Today I will be trying to make the thinnest coaster in Theme Park Tycoon 2, so let's just get straight into this. So a couple of people have tried to make the thinnest coaster, but those aren't really thin. So what I'm going to be doing is only use a one cell, which is basically only this size, which is nothing. And how am I going to do this? I'm going to use a single wheel for that, since as you can see I can actually put two single wheel tracks next to each other, so we can go forwards and we can go in some way also backwards. How I'm going to return to the station, I don't know yet. We will see. That's a problem for later. So let's just start building. Okay, so I am allowed to build on the green but not on the red. So we are going to be using the single wheel coaster as I said, and I'm going to place the station a little bit more two pieces up, so I can actually maybe add a little beginning before we actually go. I think in the lift hill for the first part, since I actually want to make it quite long. We cannot go left or right, so it's probably going to be quite a long coaster. What I'm first going to be doing is probably move a little bit to the side, as I said in the intro of the video. Then we also got some room on the other side, so try to build it as much on the edge. As you can see, we still have like a little gap in between there. So there we go. We are literally right on the edge of the green where we can build, so that's perfect. So now we have the first small drop. Let's add a small airtime hill, something like that, and then we are going straight in the chain lift, and probably going up quite steep, since we of course don't have unlimited room going forward. Maybe one higher. So we did, yeah, I think one higher is probably better, something like that. And now we want to go down, and we are going to be going down steep, very steep, and I kind of want to go almost, yeah, 90 degrees like this. Okay, that is very steep, guys. And then we of course also need to go straight again, and that's probably going to pull some forces, but that actually looks pretty epic. Of course the coaster is not going to have any supports at the moment, but damn, that actually does look, I kind of want to test it actually. So we are going down. We have this, yeah, first small airtime hill, nothing too special. You probably won't even have airtime on it, to be honest, and I definitely need to increase the chain speed by a lot. And as you can see, we are already almost halfway of the room I have, so it is going to be very tight. And then we drop down, and yeah, that's actually, I might actually want to make the train one shorter. I think that probably will look a little bit better. And as you probably can tell, we're never going to make the end with only this lifter, so I have something, yeah, special I want to add halfway the coast, so make sure you keep watching. Alright, and now it is time to add some inversion, some elements, and I probably want to start with the 0G stall. It's going to be hard to add some hardline, since, well, as we have seen, I do not have a lot of room to add hardline, so it is going to be quite interesting seeing, because I cannot do this. As you can see, I will then be out of the line, so I have to also rotate it to the side, and I am not sure how this is going to work. Like, the problem is going to be like, this is still sort of in it, but then if I want to continue this, as you probably can tell, then it's all going that direction, and moving this there is a bit weird, does not really work. So what I might need to do is actually rotate it to the other side, since I do have a little bit more room right there. There we go, and then we are going 180 degrees and probably move it down like here. And now I'm sort of almost in the middle of the track. I kind of want to be still at, yeah, sort of the left, so I have to look at the top. Yeah, right there I'm on the edge, so that's, yeah, good enough. And then we are going to add the 0G stall, just like that. Make it go down and then rotate back again. Try to use as much room as possible. This is right on the edge, as you can see. That's really on the edge. Now we have this 0G stall, and yeah, I guess that works pretty nice. But as you can see, we don't have that room left anymore on here, so I might want to add like a, yeah, quite a intense airtime hill right after here. So yeah, the lift hill is already way quicker. This makes it feel a lot quicker, like more like a single wheel, which I do like way more. Alright, we are going down this massive drop, well, not that massive, and then we have this 0G stall, which actually is pretty nice. You have this quite a big airtime hill that goes at a good pace. I think you will be quite flying in that. And now it is time to add the inversion I want to add here, and that's going to be a challenging one. I want to sort of add like a dive loop in here. With that dive loop, I sort of want to go also an interesting-ish dive loop, more of like what a Vekoma does at the moment with their dive loops. Like, it has some 0G stall before you actually go down. Sort of goes like this, and then you have like a small 0G stall, and then you drop down. And boy, as you can see, we are at the end of the plot, so we definitely need to go down. Otherwise, yeah, we will crash into the wall and we, yeah, don't want that. Now we are going to come to the more challenging part, since right now we of course already have a coaster track here and we need to sort of stay on the right side. So we can of course use some parts here on the left. I do have a fun idea for that, just to get a little bit more to the right, so we can actually go all the way to the side of the plot. Something like that is, as you can see, right on the edge. And as we can see, I am probably going to hit some heads, and right now I want to add another inversion. It's going to be an interesting one since we don't have that much speed anymore, but I want to add a 0 G-roll here with probably not a lot of hardlining, since, well, we don't have really room for that, but I probably have some room right here and down right there to add some, yeah, banking, as you can see, because the track of course moves out of the way. So let's make it go up like that. I have the feeling this inversion is probably going to be janky, but I do want to fit it in there. But yeah, as you can see, I do not have all the room I want. Try to make this fit, and yeah, this is of course a bit too close, so I am going to try and move this over as much as possible again. And then right here I am going to be adding another cool inversion, or at least try. So we're going to bank a little bit to the left, all the way to the other side, since I want to go all the way to 180 degrees. Then go down again and bank, yeah, back again. And then of course back to 0 degrees right there. There we go. And now I need to do one more thing before we actually end the roller coaster, since I still need to get back to the station and I cannot go under, so we have to go over. But I am scared we are not going to have enough speed for that, so that means I am going to add a second lounge, probably somewhere right there. First I want to add one more funky element here, some sort of S-turn, make sure it stays within the lines. And now we have to do one final thing, and that is add another lounge, since yeah, we won't have enough speed otherwise, which we are going to do right here. And we are probably going to launch it a little bit up like that, sort of at an airtime hill right after it. And this is probably quite weird looking. I definitely I definitely see that. So let's put this again on 180 degrees for, I don't know how much time this has been I've set that. So let's put it right there, and I'm going to probably try and snap it to the grid, which does look a bit weird, but I want to add like a slightly part where it's just hanging upside down and then you are going back. Does look weird, yes. And then I'm probably going to add the brakes in a way like this. There we go, we connect this. The ending part, I'm not 100% sure if I like this so far, but it is kinda what it is. Alright, there we have our thinnest roller coaster. That is sort of possible. Of course, you can go maybe even half a fin, but then you are quite limited on what you can all do. But this is actually quite looking cool. Alright, and now probably the moment where most of you guys are waiting for. But before I show you, I probably have to change some of the booster, yeah, speeds and the brakes. So let me just first do that, and then I'm going to show you guys the POV. Okay, I think I have changed all the operations to the right, yeah, percentages. I have changed the boost a little bit less and the brakes way more. So let's have a look at this coaster, if it's actually smooth, if it's good, if it's going to make it. And yeah, I'm very excited. So let's have a look at this POV. Okay, wow, actually, can I just say this coaster is for some reason actually really smooth. Maybe the 0 G-roll goes with a bit too much speed, but yeah, I sadly didn't have more room to make it bigger. Wow, this coaster actually turned out so much better than I expected, but this is actually a really cool challenge. It's maybe a bit unrealistic at some parts, since you can of course touch the track, and I actually do really like this inversion, just like hanging and then yeah, going down into the brakes, and it all just works. It does maybe look a bit out of place, but it, I guess, if you make it realistic. There's probably a station over here and it doesn't look that weird. So here is your finished roller coaster in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe on my channel. As you can see, only 20% is actually subscribed, so if you haven't, please consider it. So guys, I want to thank you for watching, and I will say, as always, goodbye.